Passage 2. A renewable resource.
Trees can be very beautiful, but they do much more than just look nice and give us shade for picnics. In fact, trees are so valuable that it's hard to see how we could exist without them. First, trees supply us with oxygen. When we breathe in air, our bodies use the oxygen from it, and then we breathe out carbon dioxide. Trees do the opposite. They take in carbon dioxide and put oxygen into the air, making them wonderful partners for us. They use the carbon to produce wood and leaves. Keeping that carbon out of the air is a good thing because carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gases keep heat from escaping into space and may cause Earth to get too hot. Second, trees help clean up the environment. For example, they take pollutants out of the air, both dangerous gases like carbon monoxide and dust we don't want to breathe in. According to the International Society of Arboriculture, ISA, in 1 year the average tree takes 4 to 5 kilograms of pollution from the air. Trees clean the soil as well. Sometimes they pull pollutants out of the soil and store them, and sometimes they actually change pollutants so that they do less harm. Trees can also help with urban noise pollution, blocking noise that comes from city traffic, airports, and so on. The list of benefits from trees goes on, but let's return to our first one, the effect of trees on our oxygen supply. ISA estimates that 1 acre of forest puts out 4 tons of oxygen a year. That, they say, is enough to meet the needs of 18 people. So if 1 acre of forest is enough for 18 of us, how many acres does it take to meet the oxygen needs of the whole world? And is the number of trees keeping up with the population as it grows each year? Ecology professor Nalini Nadkarni wondered about this, so she looked into how many trees there are in the world. She knew that scientists had estimated the number of trees by looking at photos of Earth taken by satellites. As of 2005, that estimate was about 400 billion trees. Nadkarni then wondered how many trees that meant per person. To get an answer, she divided the number of trees by the world's population at that time, and she found that there were 61 trees per person. Was that good news or bad? Nadkarni started thinking about how many trees she herself would consume in her lifetime. One of her students reported that each year the average American uses the amount of wood in a 100-foot tall tree that is 18 inches in diameter. Nadkarni thought about all the things she uses that are made from wood or from other tree-based products such as rubber, like newspapers, magazines, movie tickets, birthday cards, pencils, ink, rubber boots, furniture, wooden chopsticks. Chopsticks? Nadkarni herself probably does not use a great number of those. However, she learned that every year the Japanese throw away over 20 billion pairs of them. These chopsticks, called warabashi, little quick ones, are made of wood that comes from Vietnam, Malaysia, Thailand, the United States, and Canada. The Chinese throw away even more of them, 450 billion pair a year. That equals about 25 million trees every year. Nadkarni does not tell this story to make chopstick users or anyone else feel bad. She says, "I don't want people to feel guilty about their relationships with trees and say, 'Oh, I can never touch another tree-created product again.' She does want people to feel grateful that trees are such a wonderful resource, and to understand that trees are a renewable resource. We can plant more." In 2007, a 9-year-old boy in Germany decided to do that. Felix Finkbeiner wanted to follow the example of Wangari Maathai of Kenya. She was responsible for getting 30 million trees planted in Africa over 30 years. So he started Plant for the Planet. Since then, children around the world have gotten involved with this organization and planted billions of trees. According to a study completed in 2015, people are planting about 5 billion trees a year. The same study also provided a more accurate tree count. We actually have more than 3 trillion trees on Earth, more than 7 times as many as the earlier estimate. Both facts are very encouraging, aren't they? However, the same study provided some troubling facts. There used to be twice as many trees on Earth as we have now, and each year 15 billion are being cut down. At that rate, in 300 years, there won't be any trees left.